Yo, this is Mr. O. Yo, this is Mr. O, and today we're going to learn about similarity in right triangle and geometric mean. Let's go ahead now. Right triangle similarity theorem. If the altitude is the height, is drawn to the hypotenuse of the right triangle. So if this is our right triangle here, and the altitude is drawn towards the hypotenuse of that original right triangle, then the triangles are similar to the original triangle and to each other. So basically here's my question. How many triangles, right triangles do you see here? There are 3, and those 3 are all right triangles, and they happen to be all similar triangles. So first, let's draw the big triangle. What's the big triangle? The big red triangle. You should be able to visualize this one, guys, okay? The big red triangle, so I'm gonna draw it here. One will have a shorter leg, one will have a longer leg, okay? And then let's go with the medium one. Let's go with the green one. All right, there you go. That's the medium one. Okay, good. So the second larger one. And the smaller one here, if you can see, I'm going to erase it on here. The smaller triangle will be this blue one here. Same form of the triangle, okay? So it's easy to identify the similarity, okay? So these are all 90s. That's 90 there. That's 90 there, right? We know the big is the red one here. The red one is right here. We're in, this is the 90, so it's in the B. So this is the angle B. The hypotenuse there is AC. So this A and that's C, right? For the green one, triangle, right triangle, the green one is right. This one here. This is A and B, the angle, the 90s on the D, right? And for the smaller one, the blue, right here, the 90 degrees is right here, which is also on the D, and the hypotenuse is BC. All right, there you go. So we can say now that our similarity statement will be, let's say, triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB, which is similar also to triangle BDC. And in connection to that one, all similarity triangles have congruent angles, and their corresponding parts are proportional. Remember that, okay? So let's find the value of x using the statement here, or using the strategy of breaking it down into 3 triangles, okay? So let's copy this portion here. Okay. All right, so we have here our red triangle, which is this portion here, which is the largest one. So I know that this is the 90. So if this is the 90, this is the 90 here. And I know that the 24 goes here. The 25 is the hypotenuse, is 25. And 7 is right at the bottom here, right? And then for the green one, I will pick the average, the medium, second larger one, and I know this is 90. Take note, this is not going to be 25 because 25 covers the entire thing, okay? But I know for the fact that the hypotenuse is 24, and this is x value here, okay? So it's okay to have an unknown side there, okay? The next one is for the smallest side here, which is small triangle, I mean. So this is 90 here, so we do not know what's 90 there. We do not know this side here, but we know this is x and this is 7, okay? So now, remember, in a similar triangle, the corresponding sides are proportional, okay? Again, we're solving for x, so we know that this is x here, and that is corresponding to the 7 here. We know this is 24, and that corresponds to 25. That means we can solve for the x here using the corresponding, making a proportion here. So I know that x over 24 is equal to 7 over 25. if I remember, we all know how to cross multiply. X times 25 is 25x, and 24 times 7, I'm going to use 24 times 7 is going to give me 576. Divided them all by 25, 25 divided by 25, that will give me x is equal to 23.04, and that's the answer. And it's okay to have decimal here. Okay. All right. Next. All right, there you go. Again, we're going to split this one into 3 triangles. Okay. So we know that this is the larger triangle, and we all know that 8 plus 12 is going to be, this is 90, this is going to be 20. With the second larger triangle, this one here, we know that the 90 is right here, and this is 12, and that's the x. And for our smaller triangle, this is the 8, and that's the x there. Okay. On using this figure here, I know I have a 20, but I don't have any other hypotenuse, so I'm not going to be able to use that one. Oh, I forgot the 90 here. But I know that the 12 here matches with the x, so I can say 12 over x. And I know that this x here matches with that 8, so x over 8. So now I can cross multiply them. X times x squared. 12 times 8 is, so times 8. 12 times 8 is 96. Now, since we're going to do the square root, we cannot have a decimal answer here. I'd like you guys to apply your simplifying radicals, prime factorization here. So 96 is obviously divisible by 12 and 8 because you multiply 12 and 8. 12 is 4 and 3, and 4 is 2 and 2. 8 is 4 and 2, and then this is 2 and 2. Using prime factorization, I have break it down to 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. So I have 2 pairs, 2 sets of 2. So a 4 will come out as the value of x. And there's a 3 and 2 left inside here, which will be 6. So that's the answer, 4 square root of 6. Very easy, right? All right, let's do it one more time. So here I have my 3 triangles. So it's really good if you can identify easily the big, the medium, and the smallest triangle and figure out their parts, okay? So for the biggest one, I have this one here. I don't know the legs, but I know the hypotenuse is going to be x, okay? And what else? The medium, or the second one here, I know the leg is 21 and this is 30. I don't know the hypotenuse, so I'm going to have a 21 here and 30 there. I know this is smaller than 30, so I know I put it here. That's 90, that's 90. And for the smaller one, I know that the longer leg is 21, but the shorter side here is what? That is not 30, that's not x, but that is x minus 30. X minus 30. How did I know that one? Because this portion is 30, the entire thing is x. So if you subtract them, I get the smaller value, or the difference of 30 and x. Okay? So now I can find the the corresponding sides, and I know that this 30 here matches with this 21, and I know, so that will be 30 over 21, and I know that this side here 21 matches with x minus 30, so this is 21 over x minus 30, and I can cross multiply them. I got 30 over x minus 30, and this is 21 squared, right? So I can get, distribute this one here, 30x minus 900, because 30 times 30 is 900, equals 21 squared is, what's 21 squared? 21 times 21 is, 21 times 21 is 441. Add 900 on both sides, add 900 on both sides. That gives us 30x equals 1,341 divided by 30, divided by 30. In this case, we're going to get x equal to 44.7. Kaboom. Okay. It's very simple, you know, how as long as we know how to draw the triangles, and know their orientation and identify the corresponding side. Okay, let's do one more here. So here the longest side, the biggest triangle is right here. So I know that is the 90, so the 90 is right here. So this will be 26 because 24 plus 2 is 26. And then the longer side is x. For the other triangle here, I have here 24 is the longer side. The hypotenuse is the x, right? This one here. And I don't know this shorter side here. But the smaller one, I know that it's only 2. This 2, that's 90, that's 90, okay? There's nothing more you know, but since we don't have any partner for this 2 here, for the shorter side over here, so we don't need to use that one. We can only focus ourselves with the other one. So this back x here, the longer leg, matches to 24, so I know it's x over 24. It will be equal to what? 26 matches with this x, so it's going to be 26 over x. We can cross multiply them, so that gives us x squared. And then 24 times 26 will give us 624. Now we're going to take the square of this, take the square of that, break it down. Obviously, 624 it was the product of 24 and 26. So I can use 24 and 26 there. 24 is 8 and 3, and I know 8 is 4 and 2, 4 is 2 and 2. 26 is 2 and 13, and that's all. I have one pair and another pair of 2 here, so the answer will be 4 square root of the ungroup one is x or x and 13, so which is going to be 39. So the answer is 4 square root of 39. Kaboom. Right? What if we're given multiple unknown here? There you go. So here, before I assess the one, I see that I'm looking for x, a y, and a z there. Okay. I see that I have a right triangle here, 3 right triangles. So I'm going to do the same thing here by breaking down into 3 triangles. So the larger one will be right here. So I know that this is the 90 degrees. So that is the z. 27 is the back portion, and I know the hypotenuse is x because the entire thing is x. This is only 24 here. For the second larger triangle here, we're gonna use this triangle, okay? And we know that the longer leg is 24, the shorter leg is y, and the hypotenuse is 27, and that's your right triangle. And for the smaller one, we only know a few. We know a few, and there's so many unknowns. The hypotenuse is z because that's 90 here, and the back is y, which is 20. Y is the longer leg. And this portion here is the difference of the longer and 24, so that should be x minus 24. Okay? So what do we do here? We will try to find the pairs or corresponding side, but since there's so many variables, let's try to make our problem easier. Remember, we're dealing with right triangles, so for us to find a missing side, if we can find, you apply Pythagorean Theorem, it will be a lot easier. And look at the middle one here. I have the hypotenuse, I have one of the leg, so therefore I can solve for the y here using Pythagorean Theorem. So we know 24 squared plus y squared is equal to 27 squared. And that will give us 24 times 24 is 576 plus y squared. And 27 times 27 is 729. Subtract that 576, that gives us 153. Take the square root of that, take the square of that one. Square root of 153 is obviously divisible by 9 because 1 plus 5 plus 3 is divisible by 3 or 9. So this will be 9 and 17, and 9 is breakable by 3. 17 is not breakable. So I know that y is 3 square root of 17 is the answer for that one. So this is 3 square root of 17. This is going to be 3 square root of 17. So I can erase the y now from here. I don't need this y here. I can erase, oops, what am I doing? So this would, So this will be now 3 square root of 17, and that's also 3 square root of 17. This 27 right here, okay? Now, let's find, what do we find here? We can find here, what's a partner? I have a partner now here of x. I can use Pythagorean theorem actually right here, okay? But no, there are two unknowns. All right, so what do we do next? We can, let me erase this one first. All right, so what do we do next here? So we know that this 27 matches with the 24, and I know that this 3 square root of 17 matches with z there. So I can find the z. So my equation, my proportion will be 27 over 24 is equal to z over 3 square root of 17. I can cross multiply that. So that will give me 24z is equal to 27 times 3 is going to be 81. This will be 81 square root of 17 because 27 times 6 is 81. Then divide everything by 24, 24 there, cancel it out. Z is equal to, we can reduce 81 and 24, both of them are divisible by 3. So this will be 27 square root of 17, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. And that's the answer for Z. So we know this Z here now will be 27 square root of 17 over 8. And this will be 27 square root of 17 over 8. Now we can find for the value of x. Okay, how do we find the value of x here? We know again that this 27 matches to 24, and we can also say that this x here matches with that 27 there, right? So we can say that 27 over 24 is equal to x over 27. So we can cross multiply them. So that's going to be 27 squared is equal to 24x. And we know 27 squared is 729 is equal to 24x. Divided by 24, divided by 24. So in this case here, we don't need to square it. So we might end up with a decimal. 729 divided by 24. That will give us 30.4. Okay, there you have it. Okay, how do we find geometric mean? The geometric mean of two positive numbers a and b is the positive number x such that a over x is equal to x over b. Therefore, when you cross multiply this one here, x times x squared, a times b is ab. So therefore, x is equal to the square root of a and b. When we're finding geometric mean, we just have to cross multiply them and take the square root of that. So if we're given like number 5 to 7 here, find the geometric mean of each pair of number. So you're going to grab the 6 divided by x, and then x over 30. And you can see you multiply x by x, that gives you x squared. 6 times 30 is 180. Take the square of that one. X equal to, you have to break it down. 18 and 10, 18 is 9 and 2, 9 is 3 and 3, 10 is 2 and 5. You see a pair of 3, a pair of 2, that gives you x equal to 6 square root of 5. Kaboom. Very easy, right? If you have 16 and 28, so you just basically multiply them, 16 times 28, right? And take the square of that one, then you try to break it down. The square of 16 is 4 and 4. Now you have a pair there. 8 can be broken into 4 and 7. 4 is 2 and 2. So you have a pair of 2 there. So therefore, x equal to 8 because a pair of 4, a pair of 2 gives you an 8, and 7 has no partner. So square root of 7 is the answer. So 8 square root of 7. So one more time, 12 and 50, you find in geometric mean. Therefore, x equal to square root of 12 and 50. You can break down the 12 by 6 and 2, 6 by 3 and 2. 20 is break into 2 and 25, and 25 can break down 5 and 5. So now you have a pair of 2 here and a pair of 5 there. So a 10 will come out because 2 times 5 is 10. 3 has no partner, 2 has no partner, so put there 6. And that's the geometric mean of this pair of numbers here. And there you have it. As always, kaboom.